Kingdom of Planet of the Apes. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is an upcoming American science fiction action film directed by Wes Ball. From the screenplay of Josh Friedman, Rick Jaffa, Amanda Silver, and Patrick Ellison, and produced by Joe Hartwig Jr., Jaffa, Silver, and Jason Reed, it serves as the sequel to The War for the Planet of the Apes 2017 and is fourth installment in the Planet of the Apes reboot franchise. The film stars Owen Teague in the lead role alongside Freya Allan, Kevin Durant, Peter Kuhn, and William H. Macy. Development of a new Planet of the Apes film began in 2019 following Disney's acquisition of the 20th Century Fox, with Ball attached as writer and director that December. Much of the script was written during the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, with casting commencing in June 2022. Following the script's completion, Teague was cast in the lead role that August, with the film title and additional casting revealed in the following months. Principal photography began in October 2022 in Sydney and wrapped in February 2023. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes to be released by 20th Century Studio in the United States on May 10, 2024. Nearly 300 years after the events of the War of the Planet of the Apes, ape civilization have emerged from the oasis to the Caesars-led his fellow apes, while humans have regressed into feral primitive state. When the ape leader Proximus Caesar perverts Caesar's teaching to ensure other clans in search for remnants of human technologies, Noah, a common chimpanzee, embarks on an harrowing journey alongside a young human named May to determine the future for the apes and humans alike. Owen Teague as Noah, a young chimpanzee nearly 300 years after Caesar's time. Freya Allan as May, a feral young woman who joins Noah on his journey, who may have an agenda of her own. Kevin Durant, Proximus Caesar, a powerful bonobo ruler who led a coastal clan of apes in search of human technologies. Travis Jeffrey as Anaya, a chimpanzee and a friend of Noah. Lydia Peckham as Suna, a female chimpanzee and a friend of Noah. Neil Sandilans as Koro, a chimp elder from Noah's tribe. Peter McCune as Raka, a wise orangutan and an ally of Noah. And William H. Macy. Additionally, Eka Darville, Ras Samuel Weld Agusgi, Sarah Weisman, and Dichen Lackman have been cast in undisclosed roles. In October 2016, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes 2014 and War of the Planet of the Apes 2017, director Matt Reeves said that he had ideas for the fourth film in the Planet of the Apes reboot series. In mid-2017, A War was released. Reeves and co-writer Mark Bombach expressed further interest in sequels. Reeves said that Steve Zahn's character's bad ape established a primitive world much larger than just Caesar's group of apes, adding that there are apes who grew up without the benefit of Caesar's leadership, and suggesting that conflict would arise if Caesar's apes should encounter such outsiders. Bombach felt that there was probably only one more big chapter left to tell, explaining how Caesar came to be this Moses figure in the apes world. He suggested that other filmmakers might work on the sequel and that it could take place hundreds of years after war. Despite this, he clarified that there had been conversation on a potential sequel, expressing his desire to take a breather and let things rest a bit. In April 2019, following the acquisition of 20th Century Fox, Walt Disney Company announced that further Planet of the Apes films were in development. In August, it was confirmed that any future installment would be set in the same universe first established in The Rise of the Planet of the Apes. In December, it was announced that Wes Ball would write and direct the film, after having previously worked with Reeves on a film adaptation of The Mouse Guard. After that film was cancelled by Disney following the merger, the studio approached Ball on developing a new Planet of the Apes film. In February 2020, Ball confirmed that the film would not be rebooted, instead chronicizing Caesar's legacy. Joe Hartwig Jr. and David Stark were also confirmed to serve as producers. In April, it was announced that Peter Chermin, who produced the previous installment through Chermin Entertainment, would serve as executive producer. The film will be one of the company's last films before it leaves 20th Century Studio for Netflix. The next month, it was revealed that Josh Friedman would co-write the script with Ball, and that Rick Jeffa and Amanda Silver will return to produce the film after doing so for the previous installment. Ball and Friedman would discuss the script through Zoom video calls, a routine which continued as the COVID-19 pandemic began. Instead of direct sequel to War, Ball stated that the film would feel more like a follow-up to the previous films and commented that the film will begin virtual production soon in spite of the pandemic due to the fact that much of the contained computer-generated images (CGI). In March 2022, 20th Century Studio President Steve Ashbell stated that he was expecting a screenplay after shortly, aiming for production to begin by the end of the year. By June, Odd Entertainment and Shinborn Production were also set to produce the film. While the search for the main stars was underway, following the script's completion the previous month, the film title was revealed to be Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes in September 2022, with the film revealed to take place many years after the event of War. Jaffa Silver and Patrick Eisen joined the writing team, with Ball no longer credited as screenwriter. Jason Reed and Jenna Topping were also announced as executive producer, respectively, while Stark was no longer expected to serve as producer. In August 2022, Owen Teague joined the cast of the film in the lead motion capture role. The next month, Freya Allen and Peter McCune joined the cast with the announcement of the film's title and release year, as did Eka Darville and Kevin Durant in October. Travis Jeffrey, Neil Sandilan, Sarah Weissman, Lydia Peckham, and Ras Samuel Weld-Absky were added to the cast later that month, while William H. Macy and Dichen Lackman were cast in January and February 2023, respectively. Principal photography began in October 2022 at Disney Studios Australia, Sydney, with funding partially provided by Australian government under the working title Forbidden Zone. Filming concluded on February 2023. A teaser trailer released in November 2023, Brian Britt of Inverse compared the film premise that of the original Planet of the Apes film from 1968. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is scheduled to be released in the United States on May 10, 2024. It was previously set for 24 of that year, but was rescheduled 2 weeks earlier to avoid completion with Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, and the Garfield movie during Memorial Day weekend. In June 2022, it was reported that Disney and 20th Century planned for first trilogy of Planet of the Apes films. Ball confirmed this in December 2023, explaining that the film had been conceived as the beginning of a trilogy that fit into legacy of previous 3 films.